I need to fix the camera. I think that's good. Hello YouTube, and today we are going to show you how to use Roblox Studio mostly and not be a noob using free models. Completely. I don't know why it's gone dark. I'm sorry about the lighting. I don't have very good lighting in here. So I'm gonna look up Roblox Studio. Just to let you know, I'm using Windows OS 8.1 since I kind of despise Apple OS. Since our devices are too pricey, and I can barely start anything on my iPad Air. It's dead anyway, so it doesn't matter anymore. I think I'm just gonna stick with Windows. Okay, so first, select any of these you want, but if you want to create a clear game like obby, base plate, or flat terrain, whichever you'd like, that doesn't pretty much have models in it. So, like, let's say if you wanted to make an obby but you didn't know how to. First, let's go over the hotkeys. The hotkeys, to duplicate something, press Control D. It creates another copy. I know you can't see it, but there's things called move, select, scale, and rotate. There's one more called transform, which is under the models tab. It's just for precise things only. And this little spawn thing is called a checkpoint. This is a spawn.
Hey.
But it has a script in there that's checkpoint. I don't know how to script Lua. I'm sorry, but I don't think you might understand. If you're a young creator on Roblox, I don't think you'd understand the scripting. And then here's the starting thing. I'm going to save that as well. So here's the basics of making an obby. Start out with this little template here. It's okay to use free models, but don't use them too much because who knows, it could have a bad script in it. So just make a few things in your world so that way you're not a free model or freeloader. When I press part, you see these things over here. If you want to copy it, I press Control C. Well, pretty much all of you, I think you know this trick. Control V. See? If you activate collisions, it won't let you do precise things, which is pretty annoying. So make sure you turn collisions off if you want to do precise. Like, if you run the game, like if you run it, you can see that this brick is falling. Why? You didn't activate it. But there's a way to fix that without using a free model. You select it, go to properties, then click anchored, and as you can see, this brick isn't falling anymore. It's static, like in Blender physics, but easier to do. Now, let's say if I wanted to make a Hello Kitty obby, and I wanted to make a thing, but I felt too lazy to, or wanted to, but didn't know how to.
I need you to want to get this. Can I buy it, Luke? No. But just a little bit. We just need
Like, let's say if I wanted to jump on it, little Hello Kitties. I made a Hello Kitty model, but it has too many triangles. It has over 5,000, which is the minimum. But I have little Hello Kitty heads. So if you already have a mesh or something saved as a .fbx or obj, go to game. No, whoops. This place isn't published yet. Okay, here's what I was looking for. Over here. Okay, so I press publish. Now, how to publish your game. I know most of you know how to do this, but if you haven't been on Roblox for a long time and forgot how to make a game, this would be helpful for you. If you have a group, go to group places, or my places. I want to do group places. Like, I never did a group place in a long time, actually. I'll just call it Hello Kitty Obby. Description. Save Hello Kitty. Oops, typo. Also, the description can't be short or it will make you look like a noob. Save Hello Kitty from made by Tune Untuned. If it's tagged, don't worry, you can just use your nickname that you call them that don't get tagged. Like, you can do this. Made by Tune. A lot of stages. Well, it's up to you how many stages you want. Thumbnails, if you want to make a custom thumbnail for your game, you have to have Robux for it. If you want to make a game icon, you can make it for free. But for this, if you want to make a free one, it's kind of stupid actually. But you have to take a picture inside your game. And it's that poor quality too, which won't attract very much people into your game. But if you have Robux or you want to buy some, go ahead and you can make something like that. Okay. Classic. If you have it under both, it will make both of the users happy. If you select bubble chat and saying where are you, the other user cannot see it in the chat thingy. So, which is very, very annoying to them. So please make sure you do that. Checkpoint script decal. Start spawn. Service guide text label. So I'm gonna go to game, meshes, add mesh. If you're a 3D modelist or have stuff like this on your computer, you can use them. But .obj is a better file. Like if I wanted to do kitty.obj. No. You'll get this error message, but that's okay. If it disappears just press Control Z and then everything will be fine and the message won't pop up again. So make sure the model is not inappropriate. If you don't want your game getting banned, so make sure your games aren't inappropriate. I want to apply texture on it. Okay, let's go over the textures first. The basic ones. Plastic, like this. Wood planks. Slate. Concrete. Metal. Corrugated metal, which is rusty. Diamond plate metal. Foil. I haven't used that one in a long time. Grass. Just like that. Scruffy. Ice. Basically a shiny ice looking thingy. Bricks. Sand. Looks pretty soft. Fabric. Looks like crochet. Granite. Looks like watery. Marble. Pebbles. Cobblestone. Smooth plastic if you want it to be really smooth. If you want it to glow, press neon. But as you can see here, it looks like there's missing UVs. There isn't. It's just calibrated like that so that way it would glow. Look. Then the edges would start softening up. So if you select neon, the object will turn this plain color. Don't worry, there isn't any missing UVs. But the edges are supposed to soften when you learn it, but if you're on a slow computer, unlike mine, my computer isn't slow, but it'll take your computer a minute if it is. And then there's glass, which is the most recent one and the newest. Looks like ice, but more shiny. It's going to be shiny, but unlike glass, you can just do smooth plastic. Texture ID. Well, if you do Blender texturing in Blender, go under textures and then go to object mode and then you use light shot and then copy it, then paste in paint.net and then save it. If you don't want the lines in it. I'll show you that in my next video. I think I already demonstrated it in my other one. This is a texture for this. Create. And voila! And yes, Blender texturing does work with Roblox. Blender is extremely helpful if you're making Roblox places. Don't forget to anchor it if you don't want it to fall again. If you don't make it collide, it's gonna fall right through it. Watch. See? But it's a good challenge though. The textures aren't showing up on the texture. Why? Because there's already a texture applied to it and it's not doing it. It makes the shine look different though, which is awfully weird. I still don't have that solved, but if you want to make a pretty difficult obby, you can ask which Hello Kitty to jump onto. Like if I wanted to do a middle one, then left, right, middle, middle, they all look the same. It's hard to tell the difference. See? But if your R15 avatar is glitchy, go to game settings and then click morph to rig 6. And turn off experimental mode before publishing it, because it also starts glitches. And then you'll start to run into this glitch. Nothing resetting can't fix. Just reset your character and then it turns back to normal. Roblox, if you're watching this video, can you please fix this glitch? I don't have any scripts in my world that are bad, but it's awfully weird. And I don't like it when it does that. And then what do you want your next one to be? So that's the basics of making an obby. Like, what if you wanted to make a team in FFA Arena? This is the template for it. What if you wanted to make one on your own? Just use flat terrain and then create a terrain thing if you want. But this is what the basic map looks like, and you can't keep copying things like this forever. Okay? Here's the basics. It already has models put into it. It's just pre-made stuff for noobs. How to make one. You just go to flat terrain. And then you go to terrain. And then you press paint. You can add a little lake here. Let's say if you wanted to change your water. I know how to do that. You just go to terrain, watercolor, light blue, water transparency 1, water wave size set to 0. Water wave speed. See, this looks static. You don't want that. Like, what if you wanted a water arena? Partially water. And then going on the island. What if you wanted to make a yin yang? You know how to do that too. Just cut off the edges like so. Now I have a circular arena. Oh yeah, if you want more building tutorials like on how to script, ask my friend Michelle122333, which is her actual username. It's not doing this. Why? Because ignore water is on, turn it off, you can do this. Done. Clear water does look nice. I don't know how to script myself, so I think it's something that's up to most of my friends that know how to. You can see here it's completely flat down here. Why? It's not deep enough. So you can just add some more stuff. If you're wondering what do I want to wish for, is that two of my friends would stop fighting over each other. And my friend Pizza, they said she was done with them no matter what, just because she did a small little thing that made her upset, and I don't think that's quite right. Pizza, if you're watching this, I'm sorry if I'm telling everyone. Don't get mad at me, please. I'm just telling them how I literally feel about it. And there's nothing I can do about it either. As you can see here, this is fine. And just create a new terrain. If you want a flat terrain, just uncheck all of this and then just press water. Generate, and then it creates flat. See, it's not that hard to be a Roblox developer. Game developer. Not an actual Roblox developer myself, but I meant an admin. To be honest, admins are nice to me, because admins know I wouldn't do anything bad to the Roblox community. And Roblox is my favorite game. And that was pretty lucky. Like, you can be a mermaid warrior trying to invade the people on the land with little islands like that. You can just make this all water if it makes it easier for you, and make it as deep as you like. Please add a little bottom thing so that way your people wouldn't fall out of the world and get annoyed and leave the game. But if you want your game to get popular, get Robux in and start making an ad on your game. And make sure it's a good ad. Like, like the real websites, you need money, but it's virtual money called Robux. And probably all of you know that. So basically, it's the same thing as advertising at Google and YouTube. Oh yeah, my little brother has a YouTube channel. It's called Luke Samuel or Lukey for Productions. But I think I recommend you look up Luke Samuel. He hasn't made any videos yet, but I think he's ready to be a YouTuber. There are these little youngsters YouTuber. There are these little young YouTubers, and I thought it was time for him to be one of those little young YouTubers. But of course, parent or guardian and confirmation. So if you're a YouTuber who's small or something, it's always a good idea to check in with an adult to be a YouTuber. So the adults can see what you're doing on your YouTube status and see if you're doing anything wrong on it. Now there's I'm gonna make a tree. Those realistic trees, I like those. You know what, you can just look up Mermaid Wars. Wait. I just remembered something. Dang it, I have bad lighting. So that's about it for part 1 about basics of Roblox Studio. Oh no, I feel tired. Hot seat. Come on.